Hello and welcome back to another episode of Playing Pauper. I'm your host Jake, and this week's deck is Green Red Madness. Shadows over at Innistrad brought us some new Madness cards and new Madness enablers. And a viewer who goes by the handle Whiskey Magics sent me this list, or approximately this list. I tweaked it just a little bit, and I want to show it to you all today. Let's look at the pieces of the deck. First, let's look at the Madness cards. These are all cards that we can cast for cheaper by discarding them. Each of these spells becomes very efficient whenever you get to cast it for its Madness cost. They also provide card advantage because instead of discarding a card and not getting to use it, you get to cast these with Madness. So how do we discard our spells? These include 4 Insolent Neonate and 4 Wild Mongrel, which can discard cards for free, and then 2 Faithless Looting, 2 Tormenting Voice, and Ice Split of 2 and 2, which can discard cards for a little bit of mana and then draw us some cards. We have another discard outlet in Lightning Axe, which is premium removal, and we're also running the full 4 Lightning Bolts just because it's efficient, and 3 Hooting Mandrills because with all the discarding we do, we tend to fill up our graveyard pretty quickly. The mana base is straightforward. We're running the full 4 Evolving Wilds to fill up our graveyard for Hooting Mandrills. Out of the sideboard, we have 2 Electrickery for tokens and Delver, another Lightning Axe for big creature removal, 3 Pyroblast for all the pesky blue decks running around. We also have 3 Vines of Vastwood. This is against control matchups. We want a way to protect our creatures from removal since we don't have that many aggressive creatures and we want to keep them around. It also can be used as a pump spell, which is quite nice. We have 2 Feed the Clan as anti-burn tech. And lastly, we have 4 Gleeful Sabotage against Affinity and also random artifacts and enchantments hanging out. Put all these pieces together and you get kind of a weird green-red aggro deck. It's a little bit tricky to run because you need to have a good hand or you need to know how to mulligan correctly so that you have both discard outlets and Madness cards to cast. But all the 4-power creatures hit pretty hard. You also have good removal, decent card draw, and overall it's a pretty fun list. So we're going to take this into a league and see how we do. Don't forget that you can send me deck lists that you want me to play in the series. You can reach me by email at pauper@mtggoldfish.com or on Twitter at JakeStylesMTG. Alright, let's get to the matches and see how we do.